Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode number 3 of my 2-Point Hospital series here on my channel. And in today's episode, we're in Hogsport. We're starting off here, however, we'll be leaving here soon, just because we have pretty much gone ahead and got our 3 stars. In between this and the last episode, really not done much at all. Added in an extra GP's office. As we can see here, it's not actually in use right now. However, there is the capacity there for it to be used, as we already have 2 other GP's offices anyway, so it's not too bad. One up here by the entrance, which was our original one and gets used like all the time. And then we've also got over here, we've got this other one which is also pretty much being used all the time as well now. On top of that, I added in some more staff, so some extra doctors, some extra nurses, and we seem to be running at a good capacity, which I'm very happy about indeed. With that said, there's really not too much more to do except learn from this hospital, as we're about to get our 3 stars. That's really what I'm waiting for before I go ahead and move on. So one of the big things is just room sizes. I could have been a lot more conservative with my room sizes. I also should lay out my hospital and pre-plan it a little bit better. There's a lot of... A rival hospital owned by Conflict Nerd has cures of 54 per year. Ours is only currently 37, so Dylan's obviously doing a little bit better than myself, but hey ho. But what I was saying was just go ahead and plan stuff out. I mean, we do definitely have overflow, that is very, very true indeed. But there's a lot of waste. I also realised like having just plants down in so many more and extra locations is super useful, just because it allows for so much better happiness and just better stuff all around, to be honest. I am quite happy with our first hospital, though it was very much a tutorial hospital, a learning hospital, so I'm looking forward to our next challenges. We are slightly making profit right now, and I believe that should be the 3 stars there, so that's really what I was waiting for, so we can now go ahead and move on. So, dear Hospital Administrator, 3-star hospital, congratulations, your hospital has been awarded a 3-star rating by the 2-Point Health Ministry. I hope for your sake that you remember how you were able to concoct such a model institution, because the county will accept you to repeat this feat ad infinitum. May this free you from gumption and fill you with nerves. Very much thank you. So that's perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on. We've now also got a newsagents as well. So with that unlock, we've gone ahead and we'll be able to make this next hospital better. So welcome into Lower Bullocks, as Dylan said. I realise I mentioned him quite a lot, but I mean, not a lot of my friends actually have this game. If you do, please go ahead and tell me. But this one is, it's a little bit more challenging. We don't have the same money, for example, so we do have a lot of kudos to spend, though, so that does help. I hardly spent anything in the last hospital, but we can make use of it here. So, staff qualifications. Welcome to Lower Bullocks. It's a lovely little village with a big problem. A significant portion of the population believe themselves to be a rock star, or rock stars. There's only one thing that can be a cure for this: psychiatry. Only doctors with psychiatry qualifications will be able to diagnose and treat people in a psychiatry room. We've managed to find one, but you should keep your eyes peeled for job applications with psychiatry and other useful qualifications. So I briefly touched on this when I was hiring other doctors and other nurses, for that matter, in the previous episode, and there wasn't like that, it wasn't that complex, you know, but I think now we really need to work on that. So as we can see here, it looks like right now we've got, I think this is just a general, this could actually be, I'm not really at all sure what room this is. This is just a GP's office. So we're going to have to go ahead and expand on from that. So as we can see now, we've got a few extra rooms. We've only actually just got the psychiatry room in here, but that's what we're going to go ahead and build. So looks like it needs quite a bit of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a 4x3 here, and we're going to go ahead and put the door in the corner here like so. Then let's go ahead and start to add in some chairs. A psychiatry couch can also go over. Can we have that at that angle? I quite like that. And then from there we can really just go ahead and fill out the room again, which is nice. So I think this should be a good size of room. There's no desks for this, is there? No, so again, I've maybe made the room slightly large. Yeah, tell you what, I feel we have. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this part back, and then we're going to go ahead and jump off of this. Going to grab the door. There we go, and then we're going to stick that into there. Perfect, like so. Then we can go ahead and fill out the rest of the room. So 2 filing cabinets, a bin. This is just what I'm saying basically from the start of the episode. I need to learn from my mistakes. Not that I made too many mistakes, you know, but I feel that I could do a bit better in some areas. And then we'll also do a light-headed poster as well, just because it adds to the decoration. So let's build this room. Our doctors have diagnosed a patient with Mockstar, but requires a psychiatry for treatment. You should consider building one. New technology. We've been contacted by Bungled Technologies, who run various research hospitals across the country. They have an interesting proposition for us. Their psychiatry license was recently revoked due to an incident with. It's not the best to go into it. They want to send us psychiatry patients, and in exchange will allow us to buy some of their latest technology. Until our organisation acquires a research license, we need all the technology we can get our hands on. So it looks like we're going to be getting quite a few patients in here. Now, right now I believe we have 1 doctor. Let me check the staff. So we've got 1 doctor, no nurses, 1 assistant and 1 janitor. So again, starting off very basic. Let's build up from that. Okay, so what we need to do now is just cure 1 patient and then get the hospital to level 3. So we're just going to function the hospital like any other, I guess, really, from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by hiring in some staff. So we've got, I'm just going to get a nurse. Nurses can do a lot of stuff. So right now you've not got a room, but we can go ahead and do that. Now, not really at all sure what the cure is for Mockstar, I guess, yet. If it is pharmacy drugs or if it is something along those lines. I'm guessing it will be though, so what we are going to do is just kit out a hospital like we did do previously. So let's go ahead and build another drugs machine. We've got a drugs mixer in here, and I think we're good with that. Let's go ahead and now add in the necessary stuff, because we are functioning as a normal hospital as well, mind you. Get a plant in there, and then a poster. And then we can also get a few filing cabinets in here as well. The one will do. Right, perfect. That room is good to go as well. So that means we can now assign some drugs from our drug mixer. Okay, so what's going on here? Is everyone here waiting for an appointment? It looks like they are. So what I want to do is probably add in another doctor so we can get use of the GP's office and the psychiatry room as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Did you know you can view a list of all patients in the Characters tab? Use the patient list to monitor their diagnosis, treatment, happiness, and health. Perfect. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and hire a bit of an expensive doctor. We've got plus 20 on diagnosis skills, and we've also got plus 10 on treatment, so I think that would be quite handy. And that means now we've got 2 doctors. Again, we'll get through patients much quicker, and there is quite a few people waiting right now. What I'm going to do while I'm at it is I'm going to sort of just tidy up this entrance area, because I don't really like it. I think we could use the space much more efficiently indeed. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and add in, it looks like we've got a drinks machine, so let's add in a snack machine right here, like so. Now we can go ahead and expand upon from that, so let's see, I want to move some of these benches. I want to make the seating area up here. That's realistically what I want to do. I really do want to aim to make this hospital as symmetrical as possible. I do need to slow down right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move some of these benches around, and we're just going to go ahead and place them in slightly different areas to where they were before. Like so and like so, which is fine. The good thing is this hospital's actually started off with quite a bit of stuff, so it means that I've not had to spend too much money on the very basics this time, which is nice. Right, so we'll add in that other bench there and that other bench round there like so. Let's go ahead and also move this plant into that area there. Now I'm going to go ahead, and we've also got a newsagents as well, which is quite exciting. So is it just not actually a room? No, there's no newsagent's room. It's interestingly just a Is that it? So we put this in this corner here, for example. Would that work? Our doctors have diagnosed a patient with lazy bones but requires a ward for treatment. So yeah, we're slowly getting to all these different things. Who runs this? Requires an assistant. Okay, do we have an assistant? We do have an assistant, but they're obviously manning the desk right now. So, what are the traits here? Just customer service skills. We'll hire you and Rob. You're sort of a middleman right now. So you'll probably go ahead and work over here, which is good. That should also generate the hospital some extra money, which is nice to see. Okay, so you require a ward quite shortly. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game right now. Then we're going to go ahead and jump in for room here. We're going to jump in and we're going to select ward. So let's not build it there actually. Tell you what. Let's bring it one down. Where are we? Rooms, wards. So start it here. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. There's going to be a gap of 1 there, which I don't really like. But to be fair, the ward doesn't need to be that large. It can probably just be like 6 beds, which is fine, and then have the door up here like so. Very much have the desk in this corner here. Then have the... oh, that's perfect. The screen in that corner there. Then from there we just have lots of beds. So we'll have 1, 2, and then 3 beds in here. It's going to be quite a small ward. Again, we can expand it, and I think I will. Oh, there's a door there. Right, tell you what, no, let's uplift this bed. I want to stick it on this wall instead, actually. And then rotate this one around as well. Let's try and get these in even gaps, which I believe that is so there. Then if I want to, we can go ahead and expand round here. Though again, it's just going to be a small ward to get us going anyway. Again, the budget constraints are a little bit tighter this time, so it is fine. Right, so everybody gets a locker. That's mandatory. Everyone can have a... not that they need a filing cabinet, but I think a filing cabinet is quite a good idea for every patient, just so if they want to lock anything away, or it's like, I guess, some of their personal belongings. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in bedside tables in between all of the beds. Though, this doesn't like this at all, does it? What about the end of the beds? Nope. See, interesting. I'd expect that to be fine at the end of the bed, but not at all. I don't think we're going to get this in here at all in any way, unless we do that. But then, does that block the entranceway up? Again, I'm not really at all sure. A lot of this is for decoration, to be honest, and this is a tiny ward, I now have realised. That's not going to fit there, so it's going to have to go in there. It's a very small ward, isn't it? Then what we'll do is we'll just fill out the gaps. So realistically what I'd do is I'd put a bin in there, put a plant in... what, this corner here, and then a fire extinguisher in that gap there, and then that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much this room kitted out, to be honest. So that's not going to allow me... it's just these bedsides, or these... yeah, bedside tables, which are causing me so many issues right now. We're just going to get rid of them for the time being, or move these... oh, nah, it's just too difficult. It allows for that one, which is interesting. So there we go, that's just got a ward in operation anyway. You require a nurse, if I'm right in saying, yep. So we jump in here and hire a second nurse. Ward management is really what we need here, so that's perfect. So you're going to get hired and you're going to work out of this room, which is perfect. Small ward again, but this should do great work. We've also got the EZ Scan 2 as well into operation, which is exciting. And in the last hospital, we went ahead and we built a... we'll very quickly read this and I'll come back to what I was saying. So, new technology, it's not Bungie, I might have said Bungie, which wasn't right before, but anyway, Bungle Technologies have given us access to some of their latest technology. A pharmacy drug mixer upgrades, okay, so easy scan upgrade as well. If we buy these fodder machines, they will become more powerful, helping us diagnose and cure more patients. Very much what we want indeed. To upgrade a machine, we'll need a janitor with the mechanical or mechanics qualifications. Select the machine and choose the upgrade option. A qualified janitor will upgrade the machine over time. Give it a try, and Bungle might have some more tech for us. Okay, that's quite exciting. That's quite exciting. While all this is happening though, we are going to go ahead and upgrade the machine. Yep, and that's, yep, okay, right, perfect. What I was saying originally was this general diagnosis room. We had the Easy Scanner 1 in there, but I've seen it get used maybe once. The general diagnosis room in the previous hospital really just didn't get used at all, to be honest, so it's something which again I really do want to work towards. Before I do anything else though, we are going to go ahead and add in a large bathroom here, just because one, this really fits the space well, but two, it's really needed as well. I think we really need to go ahead and get some bathrooms into the hospital. In saying that, there is doors at the back of the GPs, or windows, sorry, should I say, at the back of the at the back of the bathroom there, but I mean, I guess the toilet cubicles are now blocking that off, which is fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Zoomed in a bit much, am I not? Let's go ahead and add in 4 sinks, and then let's go ahead and get in a hand dryer at each end. Perfect, and then let's get a... See, this is interesting. Where am I going to put a bin, or a fire extinguisher, or a plant for that matter? I can't exactly put it in the middle of the room, can I? I mean, I can, and I might. I can put a plant like there, for example, and people can stand around that. I can put bins there and there. Where's a fire extinguisher going to go? That's the only thing. Fire extinguishers and getting these small gaps here. That is a symmetrical room, which I quite like, so let's go ahead and build that. Costing 10,000, but it is one nice bathroom which will help serve the whole hospital, which is good. I do definitely have a janitor, which is good as well. Right, okay, so where are we at? So upgrade 1 machine. Well, realistically, we might as well go ahead and upgrade the drug mixer. So upgrade to drug mixer 2, improved and all new, recipes, plus 25% treatment power, requires a janitor trained in mechanics. Right, okay, so the current janitor we have, I am unsure if they are trained in mechanics. So if we come into staff, then we filter by janitor. You are, yes, so you have, yeah, so you are allowed to upgrade machines, which is good, and you've also got the trait of Ghost Capturer as well, which is also handy. So we can allow for this. Call janitor to repair, yes, but we also want the upgrades. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to cost 10,000. That's going to take a while, it said there. But hey ho, that's fine. So the janitor is onto that case, which is good. So that's going to take a while. But outside of that, I think we are good. Right, I should read the mail, and that's something which someone pointed out in the comments, so again, thank you very much for that. New illness, verbal diarrhea discovered, so I can kind of guess what that would be, just talking lots of shit, really, in other words. So our doctors have discovered a new illness, verbal diarrhea. It's actually really nice to say, you know, verbal diarrhea, because I could describe that so well, or I could say that, you know, so many people have this, because it's something which I feel people can relate to. It's something I can relate to. Our doctors have discovered a new illness, verbal diarrhea. The disease people can't stop talking about. Ha ha ha. Verbal diarrhea spreads fast and can be heard for miles. We'll send the patient for treatment to our pharmacy. So a good thing is we've already got a pharmacy, which is good. I'm realising that this hospital in size is actually quite small. It's not large in the slightest, so I'm guessing hopefully we'll get through this hospital very quickly indeed. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in some more rooms now into this hospital. So what we're going to do now is we're not going to build that there because that's not going to fit. So let's go back to rooms, let's go back to general diagnosis, and let's get a general diagnosis room in here. With the door, say, there, which is fine by me. Then let's go ahead and get another EZ scanning machine in that corner there. We'll put a examination table in there. Then we'll get some filing cabinets, stick these in the corner. Get a bin, get a fire extinguisher, get a lovely plant, and then a poster, and I think that is us pretty much good to go, to be honest. That's absolutely perfect, yep, so we can build that, so that can now be used, which is good. So we can go ahead and hide this for now. So, staff, patients, and illnesses. Use the staff list, patient list and illness list to monitor and manage the people in your hospital. Quick find people, yep, I know how to do that, thank you very much. We do need another receptionist evidently though, so let me go ahead and do that. So let's hire, let's get in, we've already got 2 assistants to be fair, but someone's obviously working over here, though you've got a letter thing above your name. Staff challenge, we need to just hire some more staff in general I think, so let's do that. Let's hire, let's get another assistant in, motivation plus 10. I would like someone with good customer service to be honest, let's get you in here. Then hire, we've now got 1 janitor at work, so we can go ahead and hire in another janitor. Let's get Colin in here, especially if there's a ghost about to be running around because that person just sadly passed away. And then, do we need more nurses? Probably not. We need a staff room, that's something I do need, so let's go ahead and do that. As we can see, I think our staff are maybe getting a little bit agitated, so let's go ahead and build the staff room, which is fine. Now where can this go? I'm trying to think of creative places to put these rooms, because I'm going to have to use... So I can get a staff room in there, which is good. It's going to be an incredibly small one, but I need to get a staff room... No, I don't think it will fit in there. The thing is, we're going to have to get probably realistically another ward down here. That's only a ward which can host 3, so I'm realistically thinking that that ward isn't going to do too great. It's difficult, it's difficult. I can't build that though. It's so weird. Right, what we will do then is we'll go ahead and stick it in here. Though again, I think it's got to be 3 wide. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. Cancel this room, yes. Let's go back to rooms. Let's go back to staff room and let's go ahead and... Right, there we go. Right, that's perfect. So we can get a microscopic staff room in here, which is good. So let's go ahead and build that. What else can we get in here, really? I mean, not a lot, to be honest, can we? Let's get our drinks machine. Let's get our... Yeah, snacks machine. Then, oh, this is going to be incredibly tight, isn't it? Right, let's get a fire extinguisher there. Get a bin in there. What else? Can we get a locker in here, maybe? Yeah, it looks like we can. So let's get a locker there. Then let's get a... What? Plant there. Perfect. And then finally, light-headed poster for good measure. That can go anywhere, that can go above the bin, perfect, and there we go. Right, so that's a staff room, so again it allows staff to recharge, and it is very, very important, I feel, to have. Right, okay, so we must have gone ahead, that machine must have successfully upgraded, so it has upgraded, which is nice to see. So now we're on to some new tasks. So we've got up here in the top right hand corner, get hospital level to level 6, currently level 4. That will just naturally happen over time with the expansion of new rooms. Then we've got own 2 buildings. Right, okay, we don't need to worry too much then about space because I didn't zoom out until now, but there's other plots around us which is quite good. So this means now we can go ahead and build different wards in different areas, which is good. So we'll have the in-house ward and then we'll maybe have a side ward, for example. So I think this is what we'll do. We'll buy this hospital plot here. So that's going to take a while to build, which is good. And that's just going to become just a ward, a massive ward over here. So what I would really like to do in this building is, I'm happy to keep the wards. Right, hold up. We can upgrade our easy scan to make it more effective. If you select the item and choose to upgrade the janitor, i.e. upgrade it, so that's what we'll do. It's going to cost 10,000 as well. And for the first time in a while, I've actually seen somebody in here, which is really strange. So it's actually getting a bit of use, this room, which is nice. But because we're not going to be putting a ward in this corner now, we can go ahead and put something else in here. So we've got, oh. Right, this is new, a PANS lab. So, cures patients with pandemic, removes PANS from the head stuck within them. Probably quite a useful room to have. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and... It requires a massive room though, doesn't it? A 4x4, which I really don't have the... I mean, I do have the room for. Tell you what, we're going to go against what I've been building so far anyway. So let's go ahead and stick this in here like so. Let's just have the door in that corner there. Hence it has a massive machine, which makes a bit more sense. Then again, we'll just go ahead and add in the extra items we require for this room, which is perfect. Extract a pan machine, so removes the pan from their head. So, interesting. Okay, well, I mean, why not? Yep, so our hospital now serves that, which is good. What other rooms do we need? We've got like another GP's office. I think we need a deluxe clinic, though that's something which I feel we naturally need as well. This again can be quite small though it needs to be a 3 by 3, doesn't it? Interesting. Tell you what though, we're actually not going to build this here. We'll move it down into this corner here. Then let's get the door in, say here. Let's get the 2 items we require for this room, so that, and then we require the console, which can just go over in the corner here. Kit the rest of the room out. And then we'll, I do need to watch my spending right now, actually. We're at 54,000, so we're okay. As long as we don't drop below maybe 25,000, we should be good. Right, so that's in there as well. One thing I do need is, it looks like we've got 6 people queuing right now for the doctor, so we need another GP's office, which is very important. So, can we get another one in here? I believe we can, but we're just going to have to change up some shapes of rooms, is what we're going to have to do. And I think we could do with an extra doctor as well, currently, just because we've got all these rooms now which also require another doctor. So let's get a psychiatric doctor in here to the hospital, just because I feel that would help out quite a bit. So we've got someone in there, which is good. Now, where can we get this room in? I don't know. I mean, that's too small a space there. So what I might do is I might modify the bathroom shape. Let's go ahead and cancel this room for now. What I want to do is I want to modify the bathroom shape. That's really just what I want to do. So, let's go into rooms, let's go into toilets, let's go ahead and expand that into here like so. Though it's not going to allow me until I remove the door. Though again, that's going to be easier said than done. Right, this room here. How do I remove the door? I think I just need to add another door in, don't I? So let's go ahead and sell that for now and sell that for now. Then let's go ahead and grab ourselves rooms, toilets. I'm going to go ahead and expand this room right now anyway. Though I can't seem to, which is annoying. Right, this is frustrating me now. Let's get a door. No, right, ladies and gents, I'll be back very shortly. I need to work this out. So it's the edit button. Of course it's the edit button. That makes a lot of sense. Right, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to move the door round to here. Round onto... No, we're not quite yet, though. Let me go ahead and also sell this item. Right, perfect. So, we can get a new door in this corner here, say. Let's move that to there. So, I mean, the bathroom still functions very well. And it is fine. I've only just gone ahead and removed... Though I'm going to be changing quite a lot about this room in a second. So, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add in another hand dryer. Though we'll get rid of that. You'll see what I'm planning in a second. So we've got one sink and one hand dryer, which isn't optimal right now. I think we can get a second sink in there though, which is fine. Then what we're going to do is we're going to minus this plot and this plot in the room, and that should give us a 3 by 3, which is perfect. So let's edit that. There's queues outside GP's office. Yep, it is worth building another one. We're getting there. I'm on the same wavelength, and voila. Right, so that's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get our new office in here, which is great. Let's go ahead and very quickly get in some more filing cabinets, like so. Get a bin. It's just the stuff that I feel I need to build to go ahead and make this hospital good, you know? I really do feel it really just helps everything in the prestigiousness, and if you have more prestige, more reputation, it just all goes from there. Right, we've got 8 people waiting right now, but at least we have another GP's office. We have 3 doctors, but I'm going to hide a 4th anyway, and we're going to bring in you. You seem sort of a bit of a hybrid between diagnosis and also psychiatric, which is good. Right, okay, so How are we getting on here? You look like you were sleeping there briefly, but hey ho. Right, okay, so we've got this second office in here now. That should hopefully go ahead and lower the queues. We also have our expansion in here as well, which is nice. So what we also might do is just totally remove this ward, make this another GP's office, and then we'll go ahead and maybe go from there. I'm not sure, but we'll see, we'll see. It's nice having everything in one central building, that is nice, and then we can have like wards and maybe one or two other small things off to the side here, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so, where are we at? First of all, yes, let's go ahead and build a new super ward for that matter, because I think that's one change we are going to make. How big is this ward going to be? I mean, we're going to have multiple wards in this building anyway. So what I want to do is probably not start off in this corner here actually. That's something I'd probably want to avoid. So let's go for rooms, let's go for wards. I feel that would be a bit of a small ward to be honest. So let's go ahead and increase this size right up the corner there, which is good. And that's already at prestige 2 just based on its size, which is nice. So with that said, let me go ahead and start to kit this out. Let's start off with the door. I think that's probably quite important. Have the door here. Then we can have a nurse's station right here beside the door again, which makes sense. Then this time we're going to have, because we've got a bit more room, we're going to have 2 screens. We're also going to go ahead and... what else do we need? Just beds. Beds is the only other compulsory item, isn't it? Yes. Right, okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to have a bed up here, a bed there, and then a bed... whoa. A bed there, and then a bed there, and then I think we should be able to get another bed in there as well, which is good. Then with that, we should be able to get plenty lockers in, which is good. So locker, locker, locker. You will stick this one at the end of the bed here, and then another one in there, which is perfect. Then what we're going to do, bedside tables. Hopefully this works this time. This is a really good view actually. I very much like this view. So that doesn't sit in there well. Not good. Do you sit there well? You do sit there well. And then these bedside tables might be a little bit more logistically difficult. Oh, it really bugs me. We're going to tuck these ones into the side and they can pull them over, to be honest. And then this one here... you're not going to work there at all, are you? Can you? Nah. We'll just stick you at the ends of the beds, maybe there. Yeah, that'll have to do it. Right, perfect. Now, on top of that, final few things we just need are a plant in the middle of the room, maybe. I think that'd be a nice idea. We can maybe get a plant up there. Yeah, we can get one in there, so that's nice as well. Then bins, let's just go ahead and fill up the gaps. Though that isn't going to happen. Put a bin there, and we'll put a bin there. Fire extinguishers, of course, the health and the safety. Put one in there, and then that fits in that gap nicely, and doesn't quite in there. Filing cabinets, of course, for the actual nurses themselves that are working in here. And this now, ladies and gentlemen, is a much better functioning ward than we previously had. So let's go ahead and build that, and we've also gone up in a lot of money as well, and we've also just got our first star as well, which is good. So we've unlocked a lot of new stuff here, which is really exciting too. And we'll go ahead and explore that shortly as well. Cardiology, that's one big thing I imagine as well, which is good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and, because we've still got lots of people coming in and visiting the hospital, I think we still have a lot of queues right now, so let me have a look. Let's try use some of these overlays to a bit more of our advantage. What's staff happiness like in general? Could be a bit better. I do need to go ahead and decorate the general hospital a bit more, so we will get round to that. Staff energy, generally it could be a bit better, so I think we do need more staff. That's a general thing which we'll do shortly. Toilets is generally not the best, and again it's on staff that where the problem lies, so we can definitely work on that. Attractiveness, yeah, this place could do just so much better, so much better. Overview is what we are looking at maybe. Patients, currently right now there is, okay, so the cure rate's not too bad, so long wait warnings were not too bad. And, okay, things don't look too bad in here in general right now. Just trying to work out what this is. So this visitors were steady. Steadily increasing. Cure rate is in general doing well. So that's cure rate and cures. Okay, fails, we're at 0 so far, which is nice. Happiness in general is quite good. Quite happy about that. And then general health is relatively good but could be better. Total visitors treatment effectiveness, 1 fatality so far. So all in all, we're doing not too bad. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and we are going to close this ward down and add in another GP's office after we add in some more staff quickly. So, let's get another nurse in, and they can roam around, and then let's also get another doctor in, I feel, as well. That would just be useful, just to go ahead and help really just relieve the pressure on the other doctors, because right now they're needing breaks, they're needing time off, you know, so it is useful across the 3 doctors' buildings or rooms we have. The 2 GP offices and also the psychiatric room. We have now 4 doctors instead of 3, and then nurse-wise as well, we've got an extra nurse, so it just relieves everything really, which is important to do. Now, on top of this, let's go ahead and very quickly, we're going to dismantle this room, so we're going to go ahead and sell the room. And then people, hopefully you will just go across the roads, which it looks like we are. The nurse is going over there, so that's perfect, and that's a much more better functioning ward. We'll have another one over here. This is the wards sort of building, which is fine. So then what we can do is go ahead and add in another GP's office, which we'll do from here. We can get 2 GP's offices in this corridor, which I think we might do, though again we'll build on demand. So let's go ahead and get that in here like so. Filing cabinets, of course. No. Build that in there, build that in there. Let's get a bin. Let's get a plant, you know the drill. Extinguisher. And then a poster. Right, perfect. Okay, so that is now good to go as well. That's another office, and we can get something else in here, 3x3 in here, which is good. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode up here because we've run out of time. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you are new around here. We've got a lot of work to do in this hospital, but I'm excited to go ahead and work towards these goals because they're all quite exciting. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.